Good Saturday morning, I'm meteorologist Ryan Hoke here with today's edition of the Hokey video blog. So happy you could join us here on a morning that's a little bit muggy, but overall not too bad across the area. Let's get you right to today's Hokey weather fact, and we're talking about clouds, cumulus clouds to be exact. The average cumulus cloud weighs over 1 million pounds. If you were to total up the weight of all of the different cloud droplets in there, these microscopic little droplets that compose a cumulus cloud, or any cloud really, it would weigh over 1 million pounds. And of course, the individual cumulus cloud or cloud droplets are lighter than air, and that's why they can float and be in those clouds just like that. And if you total them all together as liquid water, that'd be a whole heck of a lot, wouldn't it? From our SkyTrack network of cameras this morning, you're seeing Shepherdsville. Decks of clouds up there, but nothing too crazy. In fact, most of the cloud cover has begun to break up across the area. We had some of that overcast sky action this morning over the northern portion of our viewing area down toward Metro Louisville as well. And check it out here. You're noticing it's pretty quiet around here in Metro Louisville, but look what's going on to our north and our west. Wow, numerous showers and thunderstorms associated with a cluster up that way. Let me draw a line for you. Look at this right here. I think north of that line right there, basically from Austin, Scottsburg, Indiana, northward, could see a few of these showers, a few of these storms as we go throughout the morning, if they hold together. A lot of the short-range, high-res models are saying, I don't think so. But the way it's looking now, and we'll put it into motion for you, it could very well hold together. But you're noticing it's having trouble getting into Indiana. A lot of this eastern flank of this right here kind of dissipating as it moves in. We've got this bubble of dry air over about this region right here, and that's impeding somewhat the eastward progression of these storms. So hopefully we can have that as we move throughout the morning and kind of stay rain-free around here. I know a lot of folks need the rain, but we're going to have good chances for that coming up in the next couple of days. We'll explain here in just a second. You see the cloud cover built on here as well. Look at all of this cloud debris that's moving out in front of these storms. You see that they're kind of exploding from these. And the fact that we've got a lot of this moving to the east and to the south where these storms are trying to move into suggests to me that we might have some trouble getting these to move east, because the updrafts of these storms are kind of rooted over in this region. And even over in this region, we're starting to get the clouds to move out. So a lot of cold, rain-cooled air moving around these storms and trying to choke them off. We'll see if that happens as we go throughout the morning. A wider view shows you some storms over the upper Midwest, but overall pretty quiet across the eastern half of the nation this morning, save for those clouds and a few of those storms. Temperatures holding in the 60s right now. You'll notice this warmer air. We talked about the rain-cooled air before. That's on a smaller scale. The actual temperatures being detected by the temperature stations over here in Indiana, 75 in Evansville, 71 in Owensboro on the Kentucky side of the river. And you notice that this yellow shade right here is indicating where some of this warmer air is. That's helping to kick off some of those thunderstorms this morning. And certainly that'll be moving eastward as we go throughout the day, but I think the storms may be dissipating as they do so. Futurecast has these dissipating, much like much of the short-range models do. But by 4:30, you'll notice we've got a few pop-up little showers, maybe a thunderstorm, beginning to pop up over portions of our area. That's possible today. I've thrown in a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms to account for that this afternoon. We've got a little upper-level disturbance moving through that might try to trigger a few of these. Should not be a big deal. And as we go into tonight, they die off. Temperatures drop into the mid-70s. So we're looking at an overnight low I'd say about 6 degrees warmer than it was last night. So get ready for a warm night on tap. Let's talk about these storms as we move into your Sunday. It's looking more and more like Sunday afternoon could be a stormy one, say after 2, 3, 4 o'clock is when these storms will begin to form in Indiana, and they'll begin to move toward the river. Futurecast may be a little bit early on this timing. You notice by 6:30 they're in the Louisville metro. It might be fast by about 2 or 3 hours based on some of the other data I've been looking at. We'll keep track of that though. These storms could have gusty, damaging winds, some hail in them. Isolated tornado threat I'm not jumping up and down about right now. I don't think that's going to be a big deal. Not a whole lot of shear that's directionally based in this system that we've got coming toward us. It's more of a speed shear setup, so that suggests more of a linear storm mode and more of a damaging wind threat as we go throughout that time frame. Notice that the storms continue through Monday morning. They get out of the area pretty quickly, at least by this forecast model, and then we get a few storms that try to pop up in the afternoon. I'm not convinced that we will see storms in the afternoon on your Monday, because these storms may take a little longer to transition out of the area, and as they do so, that kind of contaminates the air here for the afternoon, and the afternoon heating isn't really maximized or realized. So we'll have to play that one by ear. We'll be able to tell by at least Monday morning if we'll have some of those storms during the afternoon. In any case, the Monday morning storms could have some damaging winds, and if we can get anything to form during Monday afternoon, that's the same story as well, just thanks to some of those faster winds aloft. And then once we get those through here on your Monday evening, I do think we'll have just a shower or two by your Tuesday, but otherwise, the cooling temperatures will be the big deal. We'll talk about that here in a second. Slight risk of severe weather to our northwest today around Chicagoland, out toward Nebraska. Tomorrow, that transitions southeastward into our neck of the woods. Most of our counties under this, but it really focuses on areas of south central Indiana and our northern sections of our viewing area. I think that's where the storms will start. They'll begin to move southward into our neck of the woods here at Metro Louisville, and they continue to transition southward toward Monday morning. That's why we've got another slight risk of severe storms in the day 3 outlook there. And as we move into that time frame, we could even have that afternoon round that we mentioned before, and that's in here or there for that potential as well. But really, I don't think that's going to be a huge deal at this point. We'll continue to monitor that trend as we go throughout the next few days. Highs as we go into the work week. In fact, I'll whip out my forecast here, and I'll tell them to you. Look at this. Monday, we're at 86. By Tuesday, we're at 80. Wow, by Wednesday, 77 degrees will be the high temperature here. That's how cool this cool shot is going to be as this cold front comes through on your Tuesday, and that'll make things pretty cool around here for the month of July. No, we're not calling it a polar vortex. Polar vortex is way up at the North Pole. What we're getting is just kind of this anomalous cool low that's going to be moving through the Great Lakes region. Has nothing to do with the polar vortex, and just giving us some nice weather for the month of July. So if you need the rain out there, it looks like your Sunday night into your Monday is going to be your best shot before we dry out for the work week. For now, I'm meteorologist Ryan Hoke. Enjoy your Saturday.